What's up, YouTube? I know it's been quite a little while since my last upload on this channel, and I apologize for that, but I had my own personal reasons for kind of abandoning the channel for the past whole year, I guess, but I'll probably get into the details of that in another video. But right now, let's just get the ball rolling on a new video. For those of you who may or may not have known, I did a 5 favorite things about my car, as well as like a little overview about the car, which is a 2010 Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart, and I will put links to both of those videos, but they're kind of cringe-worthy, to be perfectly honest. But if you want to watch them, go right ahead. I will leave links in the description and maybe annotate it on this video right here. But anyway, I decided why not do a least favorite things I like about my car. And although there aren't many things that I dislike about this car, the first thing that comes to mind is the wheels on this car. And as you guys know, in the past, old Ralliarts didn't really have performance, like, period. They were kind of just wheels and a body kit. And then it seems like in 2009, the Ralliart finally got all the performance it needed, but it no longer had unique wheels to make it stand apart from the Lancer GTS. So yes, on this 2010 Ralliart, the wheels are exactly the same as the Lancer GTS of the same year. They're these 18-inch multi-spoke wheels, and it's not that they're bad looking by any means, but personal preference, I like when the model variants have a little bit of, like, a little more differences. You know, like how the like pretty much the WRX wheels are different than the Impreza wheels, than all the Impreza wheels. They're not the same. So I really wish Mitsubishi would have given the Ralliart its own wheels for 2009 through 2015. But hey, they didn't do that. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to number 2. The second thing that I personally dislike about this car is the side exterior styling. Once again, it's kind of the same discrepancy I have with the wheels, and it's that the side looks exactly like a Lancer GTS, especially with the wheels. As many of you know, the Evo 10 GSR as well as MR have those really nice side vents right behind the front wheels, and I really think it actually spruces up the overall design a lot. I know there are a lot of Ralliart owners who like to either cut in their own vents, or they just like to buy like a stick-on version of the Evo 10 vent, but then it serves no purpose, and it kind of looks a little too posery in my personal opinion. But yeah, some people do that. I wish Mitsubishi would have done something, you know, they could have put some type of vent or something there to make it, you know, stand out from the rest of the lineup, but they didn't. Moving on to number 3. Although I really do love the dual clutch on this car, it would have been nice for them to have had maybe a 5-speed or 6-speed manual option. As you know, the GSR Evolution is the only one with a manual transmission in their performance Lancer lineup, and the Evo 10 MR also comes with a dual clutch transmission. But I honestly think more Ralliarts would be on the road if they offered it with a 5-speed manual or 6-speed manual. When you think about the kind of person that actually buys this car, a lot of people who don't have the bias, at least, do cross-shop the Evo and the STI. So I don't see why it would have been any different cross-shopping the WRX and the Ralliart. But as you know, a lot of people who must have a manual probably got the WRX, and I think that's kind of a shame, because if they had offered this car with another transmission option, not to say the dual clutch isn't a great transmission, but some people just want a manual. Like, there's no way around it. Like, that's all they want. If you don't offer it, they don't want the car, period. And I honestly think Mitsubishi really messed up on that end. Moving on to number 4. Like I already said in my last 2 videos and a little bit in this video, although I love this dual clutch transmission, for those of you who may have a Ralliart or Evo 10 MR, you might know what I'm talking about. The transmission doesn't really respond well to heavy modifications. I'm sure there's a video or 2 online of an Evo 10 MR with the same transmission, or a Ralliart possibly dying. And I'm not entirely sure why the transmission is so weak. I believe some people claim that the transmission with its stock internals are essentially good for maybe 300 to 345 wheel horsepower, but don't quote me on that. I suggest checking online to make sure if those are the correct numbers. But some people obviously want to modify all the way up to 400 horsepower, or they want to do kind of bigger power mods, and the transmission is a huge weak point from that aspect. And if you do decide to mod the car heavily without maybe upgrading the transmission cooler or upgrading the clutches, you will find yourself blowing it up, and the replacement transmission, because it is German and it is made by Getrag, will cost you anywhere between $12,000 to $15,000. All right, hopefully the audio doesn't go to complete shit now that we're on a dirt road. But moving on to number 5, one of my main gripes about this car, or like with Mitsubishi, man, I'm gonna go into a Mitsubishi rant eventually, but this will be a little glimpse into what that is. Well, in 2008, they had the WRX of that year, which wasn't so good. There was an Edmunds Inside Line video that I believe test drove a 2009 Ralliart with a 2008 Subaru WRX, and a Mazda Speed 3, I believe, was the third car in that video. The 2009 Ralliart actually walked away from it on the test. They all preferred the Ralliart, which is a good thing, which is a great thing for Mitsubishi, actually, considering that Ralliarts of the past were just body kits, and this was the first time they actually bothered to make a real WRX contender, and they did a really good job. Move on the next year, where the 09 WRX was put against either the 09 or 2010 Ralliart, which remained unchanged, and they all liked the WRX better. So at the time I was like, oh, like I think I was still in high school. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a license. I'm 22 now, if you want to kind of gauge like when I was in high school. But anyway, I thought, oh, maybe next year Mitsubishi will do some updates, performance updates to the Ralliart, maybe more horsepower, different transmission, different brakes, tires. You never know, because the WRX had substantially changed from 08 to 09. And what happened? Absolutely nothing. As the years went on, the WRX continued to walk all over the Ralliart in sales, and as well as from a performance aspect. And what did Mitsubishi do? They just stood there and let it happen, pretty much. And the Evo, even though the STI kept getting updates, the Evo was so good that it seems like the Evo couldn't be knocked off from journalists' like top lists. Like, it seems like the Evo stayed beating the STI, so Mitsubishi never bothered to change anything with the Ralliart to beat the WRX. And now here we are in 2016, where you have a brand new WRX with a new engine that would completely walk all over a 2015 Ralliart. And that's coming from a Ralliart owner. Although there are a lot of great things about this car, the fact that they never bothered to do little incremental updates over the years is really a shame. And I feel like the company really has lost its way in that aspect, because they've made plenty of great performance cars in the past, and the fact that they would just let their cars stay unchanged for so long, I don't know if that's due to financial problems or something within the company of them just wanting to go all green with like that little shit box. I don't know what it's called. The iMeave. Nobody bought those. That thing's a fucking piece of shit. Let's be perfectly honest, when you compare it to a Toyota Prius or a Leaf or anything. But yeah, anyway, overall, I really love this car, although I do have a lot of my own personal heated opinions about Mitsubishi as a whole, which I will go into an in-depth video describing all my feelings towards that. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to stay tuned and subscribe, because I will have plenty of other videos like this coming out pretty soon. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out, YouTube.